We all know that Russia owns the world's second largest military, with the United States clearly in the first place. Tanks have an important role in the military. They do more than just fighting the adversary, they also guard the base like a boss. The best and most dangerous tanks from Russia. Is it the Armata, the T-90, the T-34? What tanks made the list in general? Stay tuned to find out. Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. Before we get into the video, kindly note that the information provided in this video is for educational purposes only. Without further ado, let's dive in. With top tier tanks, your odds of winning the war gradually improve. These are some of the most ruthless machines that have shaped Russia's and the world's history. The oldie on duty, T-72BM. The T-72BM Ural is the oldest tank in service. The tank was adopted in 1973 and has the potential to be improved in the future. More than 30,000 units have been constructed to date, making it the most widely produced second-generation tank. For both domestic and international markets, there are several changes. The built-in Dynamic Contact 5 defense system, which can shoot down enemy missiles flying towards the machine, sets the T-72BM apart from other second-gen variants. The tank is also equipped with a 125mm smoothbore gun that can shoot guided missiles. A driver may accelerate up to 60 km per hour on roads and 35 to 45 km per hour on tough terrains, thanks to the V-shaped multi-fuel diesel engine with 840 horsepower. Approximately 2,000 T-72BMs and B-3s are now in service, with another 7,000 in storage. T-90A Vladimir. The T-90 tank is one of the greatest on the planet, and Russia may have the most of them. The T-90 and its modifications are incredible tanks, and they may be the best in Russia's arsenal. They are quite current with a variety of armor and capabilities, and are easily upgradable, and continue to equip militaries around the world. Vlad be nimble, Vlad be quick. The T-90 tank family is a combination of old and new, with the T-72 hull being linked with a more advanced current from the T-80 family, keeping with the Russian design heritage of incremental upgrades rather than large revolutionary designs. It also employs conventional Russian tank design, which has been in use since the Second World War, a squat and low-profile hull and turret that gives opponents a smaller target to aim at. An autonomously loaded cannon eliminates a loader crew member, reducing the total crew to 3, allowing the tanks to be smaller and more compact than the M1 Abrams or the LEOPARD series, which are both much larger and require a crew of 4, including a loader. One of the T-90's best features is its low pricing. Although the newer T-90 MS variants cost around $4.5 million, the oldest model is less expensive. T-90 designs are still available for purchase and export, and they are much less expensive, costing between $2.5 and $3.5 million. The T-90 has good armor for a tank with such a low price tag. A T-90 was videotaped being damaged by American-designed TOW missile in Syria in 2016. The T-90 contact armor exploded the TOW missile as it contacted the tank, preventing the tank from being knocked out. For an export tank, it's not bad. One of the characteristics inherent in the Russian arms export is that the T-90 family focuses on tried and true technology, steadily enhancing them onto a compact economic base, rather than offering the latest, greatest, and most technologically advanced equipment. The installation of a higher power engine, automatic gear change management, and wheel steering control has increased the tank's mobility and steerability. The T-90 MS has gained a current level of protection and survivability while maintaining a low silhouette, optimal weight, great mobility, and the ability to pass the most challenging obstacles at high speeds in stride, all of which are characteristics of Russian tanks. The T-90A series is distinguished by its curtain infrared guidance system, a next-generation laser guiding system protection. The T-90A has a 1,000 horsepower fairytale engine. It's not quite as fast as the one in the Tu-80, but it's still close. Next up, the T-14 Armata. The T-14 tank's basic version is planned to be used with a 125mm gun. This combat vehicle, however, can be equipped with a 152mm gun, according to the armaments manufacturer. The T-14 tank has a rate of fire of up to 10 rounds per minute and can hit targets up to 7 kilometers away. The American Abrams tank, by comparison, can only fire 3 rounds per minute and has a range of only 4,600 meters. Furthermore, each modern Russian tank comes with its own radar system, giving it a distinct advantage in terms of aiming and firing control. As a result, the T-14 can attack airplanes and intercept opposing rockets and missiles. According to Moscow Times, the deputy director of Eurovagonsavod, the world's largest main battle tank maker, boasted in an interview with Ekomovsky radio station in July 2015 that the T-14, the company's deadliest new weapon, is undetectable to enemy radars. Russia created 2,300 T-14 Armata models by 2020. Each tank is estimated to cost $8 million. The Russian military plans to replace the outdated T-72 and T-90 main combat tanks with the new tracked vehicle, which will replace 70% of its tank core. Next up, the T-80. This is the world's first tank with a gas turbine engine, which has earned it the nickname of helicopter or jet due to its distinctive whistle. The fuel can be regular gasoline, kerosene, or diesel. Fuel oil, natural gas, water gas, alcohol, ship fuel, and even crushed coal can be utilized in an emergency. The T-80U engine develops 1,250 horsepower and has a top speed of 70 km per hour or 43 miles per hour on highways and 40 km per hour or 13 miles per hour on rough terrain. The tank was designed to burst through the entire continent of Europe at one point when the likelihood of a new conflict was very high, and the engine allowed you to consume anything while maintaining a steady forward motion. However, there were several drawbacks, such as a technical difficulty of the maintenance and the high fuel consumption. Only the factory could fix the tank, and the consumption was around 8 liters per kilometer. The diesel T-72, on the other hand, uses only 2 to 4 liters per kilometer. About 10 years after abandoning in favor of a sleeker, newer looking T-14 Armata tank, Russia has resurrected a new tank idea. However, production issues with the Armata may allow the Burlak tank to take its place. The Russian government announced that the Armata in June of 2015, which is planned to replace the Russian ground forces' aging T-72B3 and T-80 tanks. By 2020, Moscow plans to produce 2,300 Armata tanks, enough for 8 tanks and motor rifle mechanized divisions. NATO tank forces saw the Armata as a formidable new threat, equipped with a modern engine, dual reactive armor, a smaller radar cross-section, and the Afghani active defense system. Despite its great ambitions, the Armata project was beset by financial and technological problems, which slowed development to a halt. The Russian ground forces currently have a total of 0 Armata tanks, with several supplies expected later this year. So what's next? Another tank design that supposedly lost out in the Armata in the late 2000s was recently discovered by a Russian military site. The Burlak is an intriguing compromise design that takes advantage of Russia's large stockpile of older tanks and existing tank technology to create a vehicle that is nearly as good as the Armata. The Burlak uses a modified T-80 tank chassis to mount a new tank turret. The hexagonal design of the turret is based on the contemporary T-90A tank, but it has been enlarged in the back to accommodate a dual-feed autoloading mechanism for the main gun. This will allow the 125mm main gun, which is the same caliber as the Armata gun, to quickly load 2 different types of ammunition. The smoke discharges are protected by additional armor plating on the front of the turret, which also adds more armor to the turret's frontal aspect in general. The Burlak would also be equipped with the same Afghani active protection system that protects the Armata from NATO anti-tank missiles and rockets. The Burlak uses of the T-80 tank chassis made it more affordable and easier to manufacture than the Armata. Because its gas turbine power plant was unreliable, the tank has deemed a failure. However, Russia only produced roughly 3,000 T-80s, and hundreds, if not thousands, remain in storage across the country. The Burlak turret could be able to find a new home with some refurbishment and a new power plant. Could the Burlak tank division in Russia replace the Armata? Well, the Burlak is equally as well armed and lesser cost and reduced risk, making it an appealing option. While the Burlak will lack the Armata's hull protection, its explosive reactive armor plates and Afghani active protection system may help to compensate. So, what should we cover next? Do let us know in the comments section below. Also, don't forget to smash that like button, also press the bell icon to get notified about our new videos. If you enjoyed this video, please check out our other videos. Until then.